already looking at that western side. We've got the players there from Ra'ad and Suda. Really close together. Sadat already taking the knock there. Munir now just on that off angle, just trying to provide that additional bit of cover for his teammate. But of course, Ra'ad, they are pretty split up at the moment. As you can see, the rest of the squad now just rolling on in, coming up from that northeastern side. Will they be able to make it up in time, though? That is going to be the question. As the players here from Suda, they are looking pretty eager to find that disruption. Oh, there we go. 2 knocks coming in. Beautiful save coming in from Desha, and the rest of the players here from the Ra'ad team as Delhap and Desha comes in to try and save the day against the players here from Suda. But Saif now just also trying to make it safe for his own teammates. So it is now a 1v1 face-off between the players from Ra'ad. No, sorry, it's a 1v2 between Suda and Ra'ad. But of course now, will Desha be able to make it a 1v1? That's going to be the question. It is looking pretty hairy, pretty tough. Of course now, Saif quite low on health. Doesn't have any cover just yet aside from the helmet. Oh, this is such a tough start for Ra'ad as well as Suda. I'm looking to see who will be the one to claim and clean up the compound here. Oh, they're getting so close, but I'm liking the play coming in here from Sudas, keeping that one, anchor point player on the offside, just trying to apply that extra additional bit of pressure while the team, of course, gets their meds up, gets their health back up into check. Munir, oh, the mollies coming in. Who was that from, though?
I'm not quite sure, but that was so close. Just look at how low all of the Ra'ad members are. They didn't really have a chance to go on ahead and loot, so it looks like at least 3 of them are permanently at like 10 HP after getting those reses. Suda, though, do have 1 less member after that fight. They got 1 secured down on them. One of them actually ran away a little bit, so it's still a 4v4. Right, Suda are in the buildings. They probably are able to pick up a little bit more loot, though, so I'm a little bit worried about Ra'ad in this situation.
Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, Suda does have the health advantage, but of course now Sadat, steps up with a mutant, makes that burst mode work. I'm so glad someone can play with burst mode because I absolutely despise it. But now, so far, it is working out for Sadat. But of course now the players here from Suda, they're not backing out of this one just yet. You can see them now trying to reposition a little bit, but of course they still have the one player hanging around in the south, just keeping the angle, just keeping that position, just in case the opportunity presents itself. As you can see, Esketon and Hidan, of course, now just moving a little bit further away, looking for meds, looking for anything, in fact. This is going to be an interesting angle to see what Suda is going to make with this one.
Just leaving 1 back here. Maybe the other ones are trying to go find more loot or something. I'm not quite sure, but leaving 1 back here to hold them out. I mean, they have the ability to on this little island piece. So it looks like Desha is in fact going to go on ahead and go down. So Esports probably maybe going on ahead and grabbing some more stuff before potentially coming back. I'm not quite sure, but they did leave 1 person behind, and I don't think they would have done that without good reasoning.
A very tactical decision coming in here. So far, we've seen that really paying off for Suda, managing to get that 1 knock. And of course, just getting a knock is not a bad thing because it really, forces your opponent to use up their meds. And at the current position, they don't really have much of an option. They can't really go out looking for fresh meds. They're kind of stuck with what they've got. And it makes it so much easier to then follow up with those confirms, get those kills going through. So far, it's a fairly interesting play, but of course, Ra'ad, they're also now just applying their very own strategy. We can see Delhart now just rotating through on the water's edge, trying to make a little bit of an off-angle play there. We could potentially see him coming in with a bit of a surprise there onto the team here from Suda.
Right. At this point, Suda were the ones in the buildings. We know that they probably went on ahead and picked up all of the meds. So they just kind of have to continue on with what they have. They probably know that they're being held out. Meanwhile, it does look like the other 2 members of Suda were able to move out and get a tiny bit of loot. And now they're coming back. You see Esketon now moving around that bridge on that northern side. It looks like maybe they're swimming off to the northern side. This might be their only disengage.
It's a really, really tough call, but I'm liking this position here by SK Ton. You know, anticipating that potential maneuver from Ra'ad, waiting in ambush. I mean, this could really work out favorably for Suda, of course. You know, if Ra'ad is able to escape, big ups to them on that one. But this is such a tough play. Ooh, Delharp gets picked up. First shot coming in from SK Ton. Let's see now, will they be able to find the rest in towards Ra'ad, as we got Sadat still left in the compound. Of course, Munir making that push over towards the north, just crossing over into that northwestern island. It's a really tough start. I mean, I'm kind of rooting for both these teams, but it's going to be tough either way, because Ra'ad could still surprise us with a performance.
That's true, and I kind of like